Digga, gå.
Diet culture is inherently not body positive.
I'm a big fat failure. I never was very good at diets, and then I was just like, well, screw it.
Athleticism can be at every size. So right now I'm 100% healthy.
Not sure if you said no more links. So here you go, maybe minus 20.
I swim 2.5 kilometers a day.
I did what I got you, man, but no more.
Meanwhile,
how would you react if you caught the person sitting next to you on a long flight sending text messages to someone else, criticizing you, the way you look, perhaps the weight that you're carrying? Because that's exactly what happened to a plus-size model, Natalie Haig, on a flight from Dallas to Los Angeles.
Well, Natalie decided to call out the man who she says was fat-shaming her and documented it all on social media.
Let's have a look.
My name's Natalie.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. I couldn't help but notice that before we took off, you were sending really horrible text messages about me to somebody.
I wasn't.
I have photos. Yes, you were. You said, they said something about, well, hope she didn't have any Mexican food, and you said, oh, she ate a Mexican. Well, if my flight doesn't take off the ground, you know why, and stuff like that. I saw the whole thing.
I apologize. I was drinking, and I apologize.
Yeah, just, you have no idea who you'll hurt with those kind of things.
I apologize. You got me, and I was drinking, and I apologize.
So you were drinking, okay. And, like, do you normally make fun of fat people? Like, is that something that you like to do?
You notice that I was nice to you when we were in the air, and I picked that thing up for you.
Right.
Part of my table.
Right. I didn't want part of your table. You made me feel so uncomfortable to exist in this seat that I didn't want anything from you. I didn't want you to pick up my thing off the floor.
You know, in fairness, you probably shouldn't be sitting there. You want to go sit. You know, when they ask you, are you willing and capable to assist people in getting off the airplane in an emergency, do you honestly think that you are?
That's funny because I work out about 5 times a week. I'm here for a shoot. I'm a model. I have a very, very large social media following.
Cool.
I've been tweeting American Airlines this whole time, letting them know your seat number, our flight number, what's happened, what you said. I showed them the photos, so they're going to take care of it for me.
Okay.
I don't think you'll ever see anything from it, and that's your own thing.
Okay.
So you know nothing about me by the size of my body.
Yeah.
You know nothing about me. So to say something, to have a quip like that back to me after I'm talking to you about this, after you already apologized, is an extra for you to do.
No, I don't think it is.
You don't think it is? Because you think that, are you a doctor?
Let me ask you something.
Can you assume something about me? Are you a medical professional? I would just love to know, like, where your expertise is coming from.
It's none of your business.
That's none of my business. So my body is also none of your business, so you have no idea what I can or can't do with it.
Fair enough.
Right? And I don't know if you noticed, but the entire time I've been sitting here like this to make sure that I didn't dare get in your seat. You have an armrest over there. This gentleman and this gentleman over here has armrest. I have not had a single armrest the whole time because you both took up the armrests.
But you also wanted to know if we could pick up the armrests
Right,
if
because
they did move.
Because before they did move.
Okay.
So that was tempting to me. And if you said no, then that would have been fine. It was a question. It wasn't, hey, move that. Hey, pick that up. It was, hey, can we pick these up? And they happened to not. and that was your choice. And if they did pick up and you said no, then that's your decision. I paid extra to sit in this seat because I knew I needed legroom. I have been researching first class flights and this class flights for 2 weeks. This flight wasn't bought by me, it's bought by the company that's flying me out here to do this shoot. So I didn't have a choice on where I sat. I had a choice to get this bigger seat so that I didn't inconvenience anybody else. I know I am big, but I have not been in your way. You have not left a neck mark on the side window. Yeah, that was really funny, huh? That's so funny. You liked that one, huh? Yeah. Don't ever treat somebody like that again.
You're right.
You don't know anything about me.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Natalie.
Thanks.
You're not having any of this. Why?
No, I don't think it is fat shaming. I think actually she's the one who's been badly behaved. He was sending personal private texts, his own business on his own phone. She said actually in her blog, look, he was actually trying to hide his phone from her. He's got every right to complain about someone sitting next to him. He hasn't got the
every right about jokes about eating
to
Mexican
privately,
people.
it's a free country here and in America. He's got it. We don't have the thought police. He's allowed to send any message he wants about anyone
But then
he wants.
it turned into something that wasn't about messages. Hang on a moment.
She chose to confront him, and she's actually invaded his privacy.
But then he revealed something about himself. It wasn't just private. He actually had an issue with Natalie sitting in an emergency exit seat. Natalie, sorry.
That's okay. I was about to ask him if he was okay because it was so dramatic. And, you know, you want to talk about private. Well, if it was so private, he wouldn't have had his phone up a foot away from his face, which was a foot away from my face, with his brightness full up, with his text bigger than normal on a phone.
Really, Julia.
He was. Julia, all right, Natalie, hang on a second. Natalie, hang on a second. Julia, why would you defend this fat-shaming imbecile?
I'm not defending this guy. I'm not defending. No. She's made herself feel incredibly uncomfortable. Look, the reality is that
by making a joke about herself eating Mexicans.
He's sending private messages that she has chosen to look at because she wants to have she wants to be angry at someone for being unhappy about her weight. The reality is, look, I've got lots of friends. Can I have my say, please?
Does not indicate that it is or that it is not shaming. It is not shaming if somebody says something in private. Like if you say something terrible about somebody's race or looks or range of abilities behind closed doors, does not make it not shameful.
Race is very different. They didn't make a race joke.
I would like to.
They joked about the fact she may have eaten a Mexican
food. It was Mexican food. It was she paid for extra legroom. It doesn't get you extra width room.
So what do you do? Ban overweight people from planes? Hang on, Natalie.
Exactly.
Natalie, hang on. Natalie, hang on. Hold your fire.
My argument is that she was infringing his personal privacy when he had every right. And her issue is actually her own issue about her own weight. This whole like this notion of fat shaming. If someone came up to her in the street and was abusive or shouting at her, or he did that on the plane, then fair enough. That's not what's happened. She has her own issue with her own weight. If you have to buy a bigger airline seat because you don't fit a normal airline seat, you need to deal with your own weight issue.
But I absolutely do fit the seat, and I was not in his face. I want you to realize also too why this was so atrocious is because I'm sitting there a foot away from somebody, seeing them say these things to their friends.
Okay, so here's the thing with airplanes, right? You know how the seats are, the window seat, if this is the window and this is the aisle, and here is one seat, 2 seats and 3 seats. With the armrests, this armrest right here belongs to the window seat. This armrest right here belongs to the middle seat. And this third one next to the aisle belongs to the aisle seat. Alright? So if she sits in the middle seat and she asks him to move the armrest up, which is his armrest, you get the one to the right of you in an airplane, then you are intruding on someone else's seat. You are. So she's wrong.
Looking at his phone deliberately.
He was so squished, so squished against the window that he was leaving an imprint. And there were several inches between this person. Not only am I seeing him say these atrocious things, but they are absolute lies. And that's exactly, you can tell it by the gentleman's body language when I call him out.
Okay, final word, Julie.
Final word is, I just think that...
No final words, Your Honor.